Hello my dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss about types of chemical reaction. So we will explore in this video combination reaction, second decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and oxidation and reduction reaction, that is redox reaction. So let's see one by one. The first one, combination reaction. The name indicates that the combination. So in the combination reaction, two or more substances combine to form a new substance. For example, if you see the calcium oxide when they react with the water, or calcium oxide dissolve in water, it forms calcium hydroxide and heat. So this is a combination reaction. So these two reactant combine and form one product is called combination reaction. You can see in this animation the A plus B and the formation of AB. So these two are combined together in formation of new product. Here 3 and 1 combines and form a new product, that is this reaction is nothing but the combination reaction. See, let us discuss some more examples. Number 1, the burning of coal. The reaction is carbon plus oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide gas. Second, formation of water from H2 and O2. So the hydrogen gas and oxygen gas combine together, the formation of water. Now decomposition reaction. In the decomposition reaction, a single compound breaks down to produce two or more similar substances. The decomposition reaction takes place when energy is supplied to in the form of heat, electricity or light. See, in this reaction you can see the decomposition takes place. Here in the test tube you have, if we take the green colored ferrous sulfate crystal, after heating what happen? That substance decompose in the three product. So the first product is ferric oxide, brown colored, then two gases evolved. The first one is SO2 gas and second one is a SO3 gas. So in the decomposition reaction, one substance split up, decompose in the two or more substances. So this is a decomposition reaction. Now thermal decomposition. When a substance decomposes on heating is called thermal decomposition. For example, when calcium carbonate after heating, it will decompose to the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. The second type, electrolysis. When a substance is decomposed by passing electric current, the process is called as electrolysis. You can see here water will decompose to the H2 and O2. So here you can see this is a one type of battery. Here this is a electrolyte, one cathode, one anode connected to the battery. So in the electrolysis process what happen? The two types of ions are present in the electrolyte. One is cation, second one is anion. So cation is nothing but the positive ion and anions are nothing but the negative ions. So cations are attracted towards the cathode and anions are attracted towards the anode. So whole process is called as electrolysis. Next, photochemical decomposition. When a substance is decomposed in the presence of sunlight is called a photochemical decomposition. The name indicates that photochemical. HBr, silver bromide, when decomposes to the Ag plus Br because of the sunlight. Here the reactivity series of metals. The reactivity series of metal is the series in which the metals arranges in the decreasing order of their activity. The activity of the metals are decreasing. Here potassium having a more activity, sodium having a more activity than calcium, and potassium having a more activity than all of these. So you can see here hydrogen. So all the metals which are present above the hydrogen, these metals having a more reactive than the hydrogen, but these are the less reactive than the hydrogen. So this is the activity series of metal, or in short we can say that this is the activity series of cations. Now displacement reaction. In a displacement reaction, a more reactive metal displaces or removes another element from the compound. For example, when zinc react with the copper sulfate, it will forms zinc sulfate plus copper, means zinc react with the SO4 and the formation of Zn SO4 plus Cu. So from this reaction we can say that in the above reaction Zn is more reactive than copper, so Zn displaces copper from the CuSO4. See another example. AgNO3, when they react with zinc, it will form Ag plus zinc nitrate. So in this reaction we can say that in the above reaction zinc is more reactive than the Ag, so zinc displaces Ag from that solution. Double displacement reaction. The reaction in which two different atoms or group of atoms are displaced by other atoms or group of atoms are called double displacement reaction. For example, barium chloride when react with the sodium sulfate, it will gives barium sulfate and sodium chloride. What happens in this reaction? Barium is reacted with the SO4 and sodium reacted with the chlorine, so that is called as displacement of the two different atoms or different groups. So this is called as double displacement reaction. Precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction occurs when cations and anions in aqueous solution combine to form an insoluble ionic solid called precipitate. For example, you can see here silver nitrate react with the sodium chloride, it will form silver chloride and sodium nitrate. This is also double displacement reaction, but here the precipitate form, that's why we can say that precipitation reaction. Now neutralization reaction. A neutralization is a type of double displacement reaction. In the reaction, H plus and OH minus ions combine together to form HOH or H2O or water molecules. A salt is the product of an acid-base reaction. For example, when HCl combine with the NaOH, it will form NaCl plus H2O. In other words, we can say that if the acid and base combine together, the formation of water and salt, so this is nothing but the neutralization reaction. Now exothermic reactions. An exothermic reaction is a chemical reaction that releases energy by light or heat. It is the opposite of an endothermic reaction. We can write the chemical equation like reactant will gives products plus energy. For example, if we add Fe plus O2, it will form Fe2O3. This is a exothermic reaction. Second example, making of ice cube. One more familiar example, if we add calcium oxide in water, you will observe that the water will be warm. So all these are the exothermic reactions. Now endothermic reactions. The endothermic reaction require or takes energy to proceed. This required energy can be provided in a many form, but it is typically in the form of heat. For example, photosynthesis process, second melting of ice, and this reaction. So all are the endothermic reactions. Now respiration is one type of exothermic reactions. How? In the process of respiration, the complex substances are broken down in similar substances and then converted to the glucose. In the whole process, energy or heat is released. We know that the reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of product is known as exothermic reaction. So thus, from the above 2 points, we can conclude that the respiration is an exothermic reaction. Now let's see oxidation and reduction reaction. So first of all, let's see what is oxidation. Oxidation is nothing but the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So any chemical substances following any of these is said to be oxidized. And what is our reduction? Reduction is nothing but the removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen. So any chemical substances following any of these is said to be reduced. So let's see redox reaction. Reaction involving both oxidation as well as reduction occurring simultaneously are known as redox reaction or oxidation and reduction reaction. For example, you can see here in this example, when Fe2O3 react with the CO, it will form Fe plus CO2. So here reduction takes place, removal of oxygen, and here addition of oxygen, so oxidation takes place. Means in one reaction reduction as well as oxidation takes place. That's why this reaction is nothing but the redox reaction or oxidation and reduction reaction.